You know, I planned on streaming Minecraft today. So today, June 14th, Minnesota, a Minnesota state representative, Melissa Hortman, and her husband were gunned down in their home. State Senator John Hoffman was also wounded at his home 9 miles away. The main suspect is 57-year-old Vance Boelter, who apparently wore a pretty high-quality latex mask and impersonated a police officer in order to get them to open the door before gunning them down.
Right. Well, let's get to that new information, Jose, and that is the FBI just in the last 20 seconds has released a $50,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of Vance Luther Boelter. That's a $50,000 reward. You're looking at that photograph there. This is him, according to images that we've obtained. You can see him there, just as described by law enforcement officials, is looking like a police officer. It looks like he's got a badge there on his chest. It looks like he has some sort of a vest, as we reported earlier today.
My good friend and colleague, Speaker Melissa and her husband Mark, were shot and killed early this morning in what appears to be a politically motivated assassination.
Today's shooting came on the same day as sweeping rallies were planned nationwide, including in Minnesota, in opposition to Trump and organized under the slogan, "No Kings." All these events have been canceled all across the state of Minnesota due to the shooting. Flyers were found inside the suspect's vehicle with the writing, "No Kings," but it's unclear if there's any connection to the protests.
Maggie, what's the very latest? This person still at large.
Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark shot and killed. According to authorities and according to the governor, Senator John Hoffman and his wife shot and injured. Hopeful, the governor says that they will be able to make it out and survive their injuries, make it out of surgery, I should say. So again, that manhunt is underway. The shelter-in-place warning remains in that area. At the same time, Minnesota State Police issuing or tweeting this photo out, if we can pull that up, of something they found inside, they believe, the suspect's car. Look at these flyers. They say "No Kings" on them, and there are a ton of them. They said in a later tweet that were found inside the car they believe was driven by the suspect.
That's interesting. When I first read about him having those flyers in the back of his car, I wasn't sure if he was like a pro-No Kings protester who was distributing the flyers, or if he had been like as an anti-No Kings protester ripping down flyers and collecting them, but looks like they're handwritten. Oh, the first thing that comes up is a photo of Vance Boelter. That's him on the left there, giving donuts to the police. On behalf of Western Refining Super American Supermoms, he thanked public safety for our service to the community and dropped off delicious donuts. Interestingly, Vance Boelter was trained by private security firms and worked in high conflict zones like the West Bank, Southern Lebanon, and the Gaza Strip. Do we know that yet? There's been a lot of things that have been floating around, a lot of which has come directly from the website for Vance's personal security company, which I did check out and we are going to look at here in a second, but it does not seem to be a reliable source of information. We don't know yet. But Vance did claim himself, and there are other people claiming that he did work. He was not a military member in the U.S., but he did work for private security across many parts of the world. It's just a claim right now, though. There's a lot that we don't know. Donald Trump, of course, did tweet out saying that the shooting was terrible. The FBI will be prosecuting anyone involved to the fullest extent of the law. Such horrific violence will not be tolerated in the United States of America. This is part of why I'm making this video. This whole news situation has been an absolute cluster. There is so much happening that we just don't know. Here's a better photo. Does this look hand-drawn? Does he use a marker? I see the same, like, flaws on each individual one. So he didn't individually draw these with marker. They're photocopies, presumably. Why did he have photocopies of hand-drawn No Kings signs? I do want to take a sec to just speak to everyone here. I'm making this video in hopes of clearing things up, but there's a lot we don't know. The worst thing we can be doing right now is making accusations as to, like, this guy was a Republican, this guy was a Democrat, this guy was a this guy was a progressive, this guy was a conservative, he was an anti-abortion, he voted against this and that. Like, this is the U.S. is having a lot of issues right now. The worst thing we can do is start making assumptions and finger pointing. So we all need to keep that in mind. I'm going to try to present you the information as it is, as best I can come up with. So hopefully we can start sorting this out. The left is trying to paint him as a cis white male anti-abortion Christian nationalist, ignoring the fact that Donald Trump has been one of the most subjects to political assassination in the past year. Meanwhile, the right is bringing up that the Democratic senators that he went after specifically had recently broken ranks and sided with Republicans, concerning a bill that then defunded Medicare for illegal migrants, which has been a big contentious issue. I know it was here in Illinois as well. And it's just a mess. Everyone's just trying to blame each other. Everyone's just trying to finger point, and it's just making things harder. Both victims voted against their own Democratic Party to stop paying for illegals this week. The Minnesota shooter is Vance Boelter. Boelter was appointed by Governor Tim Walz's workforce. And on the other side, we have not trans, not black or brown, not Muslim. The Minnesota gunman is Vance Luther Boelter, former military, anti-abortion Christian nationalist. Not surprisingly, it's just a fucking mess. Here is the actual website for Praetorian Security, licensed by the state of Minnesota. Yeah, this is the original one. Conveniently located Minneapolis, St. Paul metro area. We are like no other home security company out there. Praetorian Guard Security Services is residential armed home security for your family, home, and property. Licensed service in Minnesota, helping keep your home, property, and those you love safe. We are proud to offer a team of security officers who are well-trained, diligent, and extremely detailed. Let's see if we can find him on here. Here's Vance himself. Here, right in the middle, is our suspected shooter. Dr. Vance Boelter has been involved with security situations in Eastern Europe, Africa, North America, and the Middle East, including the West Bank, Southern Lebanon, and the Gaza Strip. He brings a great security aspect forged by both many of the ground experiences combined with training by both private security firms and by people in the U.S. military. He has worked for the largest U.S. oil refining company, the world's largest food company based in Switzerland, and the world's largest convenience retailer based in Japan. Vance has focused all this experience to make sure Praetorian Guard Security Services covers the needs you have to keep your family and property safe. His official title is Director of Security Patrols. I believe this is actually his wife, Jenny, who brings years of organizational and operational logistics oversight to the team. She has served and continues to serve on numerous boards and helped organizations reach world-class effectiveness. Jenny is ready to get your security needs in order for your home and your property, so Praetorian Guard Security Services can give you the best coverage available. Who the hell is this guy? There's no last names for anyone but Vance himself, who is listed as Doctor, by the way. I don't know. I don't know. We don't know anything about this yet. I don't know why he's listed as Doctor. He's not a member of the U.S. military, or I'm assuming he would have put that on his resume instead of trained by members of the U.S. of the military. He would have just put his rank, wouldn't he? I mean, I would think. But what the hell was he doing in Eastern Europe, Africa, and the Middle East? What the hell was this man doing in the Gaza Strip? If that's even true, we don't even know what the hell's going on. All right, let's check out Todd, the security training manager. Todd brings many years of security experience and training management to our team. He is a retired undercover officer, having served our communities rigorously. He has also experience working alongside many government agencies, such as the FBI. Todd leads in making sure our security officers have excellent training, which offers our clients the confidence that their home and property will be guarded securely by Praetorian Guard Security Services. What is there? Contact info? Oh, I'm way too curious.
Sorry, mailbox is full.
Iron membership includes 2 random armed patrols each week of your property? I feel like I would pay for that not to happen. What is this, South Africa? Social unrest assurance. This is not insurance, but assurance. When you become a member at any level, your membership is date and time stamped. During a time where everyone else may be looking for more security, our members are assured their security needs come first based on market pricing. High quality signs for your property that show your property is now under the armed protection of Praetorian Guard Security Services. Wait, why is it crossed out? Maybe it's some kind of an issue. It's like some of the this is really weirdly laid out website. Iron membership costs $659 per month, less than $8,000 a year for a year of security. No long-term contracts, month to month, cancel anytime. Looks like there's several tiers. Everything comes with this social unrest assurance, but in the bronze and silver you get a higher number of random armed patrols, either 2, 4, or 6, depending on your membership level. And at the gold, you get 8 random armed patrols of your property per week, and a free security. Well, it's not a free security assessment if you're paying for. Why am I worried about that? Assessment of your property by Dr. Vance Boelter himself, Director of Security Patrols. This risk assessment will come with recommendations on how to secure your property better. Access to other suite of services from Praetorian Guard Security Services, including one-on-one security, protection on a trip, and security for events. Prices vary upon service. Red lines. We only offer armed security. If you're looking for unarmed guards, please work with another service to meet your needs better. The safety of our Praetorian Guards is equal to our customer safety. If you don't like our guards wearing the best personal protective equipment that money can buy, then this service may not be for you. We drive the same make and model of vehicles that many police departments use in the U.S. Currently, we drive Ford Explorer utility vehicles. It's been noted that he pulled up to the houses of these state senators in a security vehicle that looked like a police car and was able to fool them into opening their doors before opening fire. It's like this is how they're bragging about their residential security patrols, this SUV that they're rolling around with, and some very interesting kits on their uniform patrols. Since our founding, Praetorian Guard Security Services has been known for quality services, exceptional efficiency, and the highest level of professionalism. No matter what service you're looking for, we guarantee to not only meet, but exceed your expectations and ensure your full satisfaction. At PGSS, we focus 100% on making sure our customers and their properties stay safe, so they can focus on their dreams, goals, and whatever else needs their attention. We are focused on this one task, one charge, one priority. We can't be pulled off to something else because this is all we do, and we do it well. Oh, boy. According to Wired, which is its own bag of worms, alleged shooter, first sentence, alleged shooter is a 57-year-old white male. According to his ministry's website, he sought out militant Islamists in order to share the gospel and tell them violence wasn't the answer. Where did they get that? Let me check. According to CNN, Boelter is an outspoken evangelical Christian who traveled to Africa to tell his faith story, and in at least one sermon, pointedly questioned American morals on sexual orientation, according to videos and social media posts reviewed by CNN. Well, I mean, it is CNN. He largely shied away from political posts in his publicly available social media feeds and did not discuss abortion rights in any religious speeches reviewed by CNN. In one talk he gave in the Democratic Republic of the Congo in 2023, he appeared sharply critical of LGBTQ rights. Names on the hit list found in his car, which CNN obtained, are largely Democrats or figures with ties to Planned Parenthood or the abortion rights movement. This included prominent lawmakers like Representative Ilhan Omar and Senator Tina Smith, as well as Planned Parenthood leaders. Minnesota is also a Democrat state. That could also be entirely a coincidence. I think CNN should probably avoid doing what Twitter is doing and trying to politicize the issue before we even know everything that's happened yet. He served on a state board with Hoffman, records show, the state senator whom he killed earlier today. In 2019, Governor Tim Walz put Boelter on the governor's Workforce Development Board, a group of business owners who recommend policies to the state government. It's unclear how closely Boelter and Hoffman interacted, if at all. Boelter registered to vote as a Republican in the early 2000s, state records show, but state document listed his 2019 appointment to Development Board noted no party reference. Dr. Vance Boelter, ED. Here he is. This is the guy. Yep, that's definitely him. CEO of the Red Lion Group. What is that? Personal Protection and Security Agency. What is this? The Red Lions Group Protection Specialist provides services for a variety of different clients. Our specialists have extensive training and experience working out in the field. Strive to bring our clients the most professional and unique results, offering VIP services, armed and unarmed security, executive protection and personal protection, hotel and estate security, celebrity protection, security consulting, venue security and management. No phone number on this one. Start date immediately, actively applying. I guess he was looking for work. Wait. Here we go. Here's what in the hell is his activity on here? From 2 years ago on LinkedIn. I'm currently in the Democratic Republic of Congo working on several projects. If I'm slow to respond, my apologies, as some cities have a better internet signal than others, and some are pretty limited. Had a great meeting with the new governor of Congo Central to talk about our private business projects that are all moving forward in that province. Some of our team will be staying a little longer in Washington, D.C. in March when we are back in the U.S. to connect again with the DRC ambassador about how our third trip to the DRC has gone. Everything on schedule and within budget. Hope everyone has been well in all areas. Somebody from the FBI liked it. Good luck finding him in the woods of the UP. I found his bio on MinnesotaAfricansUnited.org, and within seconds it was removed. Already had a screenshot, however. The CEO of Red Line Group, based in the Democratic Republic of Congo, also CEO of Praetorian Guard Security Services based in Minnesota. He currently lives in Minnesota with his wife Jenny and their children. Why the hell did he have his own page on Minnesota Africans United? Minnesota Africans United, or MAU, is a coalition and statewide organization for all African immigrant communities in Minnesota. MAU supports Minnesota's African immigrant community with representation from 55 African countries. We act as a connection for the network of African immigrants in Minnesota and for local African immigrant community organizations and small businesses. The vision of Minnesota Africans United is to improve the quality of lives of Africans in the state of Minnesota. Okay, someone's making a very long post on his LinkedIn about how his doctorate is fake. I don't think that's incredibly surprising. But why is he listed as a partner on Minnesota Africans United? Wait, there's a specific website, redlinesgroupdrc.com. It's not taking me anywhere. Looks like a month ago, he said, I'm looking to get back into the U.S. food industry, pretty open to positions. Other leadership positions outside of the food industry I'm willing to hear about as well. Been doing projects in the DRC the last 3 years with Red Lion Group. If you hear of any opportunities or want to catch up, send me a message. Looking for a director of operations, vice president, and general manager, and president roles. His only other post was from 6 years ago. I normally don't post much, but just wanted to put a note out there to encourage everyone to vote in the election on Tuesday. 6 years. That would have been the Biden election, I think. I have been in several countries where people don't have the ability to vote for who their leaders are. I will just say they were not places that any one of us would want to live in if we had any choice in the matter. So I'm very big on just telling people to be part of the process and vote your values and be part of this adventure we are all part of living in the United States of America. For those of you that I'm connected with that are not in the United States, if you believe in prayer, please keep the United States in your prayers. I think the election is going to have more of an impact on the direction of our country than probably any election we have been a part of or will be a part of for years to come. Thanks for listening. Thanks in advance for getting out there and casting your vote. Wired, of course, wants to hang a lampshade. 57-year-old is identified as a suspected shooter by law enforcement, runs an armed security services with wife, and has been affiliated with at least one evangelical organization, a ministry he also run with his wife, according to his tax filing reviewed by Wired. Someone in the Midwest being religious is not weird, Wired. According to public records and archived websites reviewed by Wired, the suspect served for a time as the president of Revo Formation Ministries. A version of the ministry's website captured in 2011 carries a biography in which he's said to have been ordained in 93. I'm ordained. Doesn't mean anything. According to an archived website for the ministry reviewed by Wired, the suspected shooter's missionary work took him to Gaza and the West Bank during the Second Intifada, where the website states he, quote, sought out militant Islamists in order to share the gospel and tell them that violence wasn't the answer. More security needed for elected officials. Well, don't call Red Lion. He had disguises ready. Boelter's roommate and best friend David Carlson shared with media the last text he received from Boelter came around 6 a.m. Boelter allegedly told his friend he would be dead shortly, and he loves them. Carlson said it's unbelievable Boelter could have done this. Carlson said Boelter was a strong supporter of President Donald Trump, but said he had no idea Boelter knew about state politics. Law enforcement and shared images of Boelter say he is considered armed and dangerous. Jesus Christ. So he was... Okay, where are we? Hang on a sec. Let me go back to... Just hang on a sec. Okay, so he was going... So... As far as his involvement in the Middle East and Africa, could be he completely made it up. Apparently, CNN does have footage of him giving at least one speech, which was anti-LGBT. If you're giving a speech in the Congo, that's not super surprising. At least one speech that he gave while in the DRC. So he was there at some point. I mean, was he actually leading security services? Was it a Christian, missionary mission? I mean, that could be in Gaza. I mean, I don't know how you would survive in Gaza doing that. He probably would have been hung in the streets for doing that. Not trying to be mean, just come on. Proselytizing Christianity in the heart of Gaza, that seems really criminally stupid. What the hell was this guy doing? Okay. Updates coming soon. I'm going to keep looking. Seek truth. Find it. Fun times, friends. See you guys soon.